Chief Minister Nongthombirain appeals to stop stigmatizing and discriminating healthcare workers who are risking their lives to save others amid pandemic. United Committee Manipur asked why to settle Naga peace talk in Manipur when the ceasefire agreement was signed in Nagaland. Apunba Iraipaki Mahiroi Shingpangluk and Manipur University Students Union back Manipuri language movement in Assam. Student bodies seek government's attention. Manipur reports 82 fresh cases of COVID-19 in last 24 hours, raising total confirmed cases to 5,444. And India's confirmed COVID-19 cases crossed 31.67 lakh mark. Death toll reaches 58,390 and recoveries are 24,04,585. A very good evening to you all. I'm Kanel Shambanduram presenting you the primetime English Bulletin. Well, now let's begin our bulletin with the top stories of today. Chief Minister Nongthombirain has appealed to the people of the state to stop stigmatizing and discriminating the healthcare workers who are risking their lives to save others at this hour of pandemic. Speaking to media at CM Secretariat today, Nbirain asserted that government's priority is to save human life from the diseased. He assured that people of the state need not panic as the situation is under control. He said that we must learn to live with coronavirus by obeying SOPs till a vaccine is developed. Replying to a query about the spike in COVID-19 positive cases among the personnel of the Central Armed Police Force in the state, Chief Minister Nongthombirain disclosed that a meeting will be convened tomorrow with high-ranking officials of CAPF to review the measures being taken to contain the disease. He also disclosed that the state government has requested the Union Home Ministry to suspend further transfer and posting of CAPF personnel in the state. He added that an SOP will be issued for interstate and interstate movement of vehicles and persons soon.
Hospital delivery case ki lakwa tongan ba mafam delivery khatagi oy possible covid ka mari le na handana 24 hours service ko na ki ba institution hospital ka big hai mask upaga lambi da sakta or mask utana hambada distancing jo hambaga di virus na saboga hai ba pot khara je praja se khungin ba lambi thimba lekai thimba nurse sangan ba doctor sangan ba madu to control ki makhada legi yam ka hai na panic honingai legi.
Chief Minister Nongthombirain today distributed loans to a total of 817 vendors of different districts to support them in resuming their vending activities which have been affected by the lockdown. 368 street vendors were benefited under Pradhan Mantri Street Vendor Atmanirbhar Nidhi and 449 regular licensed vendor, including 14 from the hill districts, were provided assistance under Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana Sishu. The amount of loan distributes ranges from 10,000 rupees to 1,50,000 rupees. Speaking at the distribution event held at Chief Minister's bungalow, Chief Minister Nongthombirain said Manipur is comparatively better in the COVID-19 situation when compared with other states. He opined that it was due to the timely decisions taken by women vendors to close the 3 IMA markets.
Bharat ke atai mayam punamakta mishi mina gi sang yamna wangasu anabagi sang covid ki anabagi sang yam wangasu akhoi Manipur da ngasi control torga laibang amini aduna ima ibil singbu hana gi thagatpa aigi kai khomna badoi utpani maramdi maduda kai ma ima singuna yaram dadana ngakkalam aba mo khoi di karai no mai sura sabani si to buni khoi akhoi ngamoy noi samai tor ga noi manage tor ga maintain tor ga tawna hairam bataragadi ngasi manipur gi weirami ba phibam sidagi saruk sam hena wang mai khoi waram ba yai huji huji manipur kasu yang ka hena mi pai ngai lekte.
United Committee Manipur (UCM) asked why Naga peace talks should be settled in Manipur when the ceasefire agreement was signed in Nagaland between the Indian government and NACN-IM in 2001. Press release from United Committee Manipur asked how the peace talks can be culminated in Manipur when the major concerned stakeholders, which are the government, civil society organizations and people of Manipur, have not been consulted even once during the peace process. It also asked how can arrangement be made for NACN-IM or the Nagas in Manipur, a state which was never involved or consulted in the Naga peace talks right from the start. UCM said no outsider can do whatever it please with Manipur and warned that the state's territory cannot be even affected just to appease an insurgent group. It demands to include representatives from the state in the peace process. UCM also called upon people of the state to unitedly fight any threat to the territorial integrity of the state. National People's Party Manipur State Unit President Thangmilyan Khipgend has regretted the appointment of the Minister N. Kaishi as the party's interim president by Party National President Conrad K. Sangma. He has refuted that a self-styled DO letter issued via WhatsApp is against the party's constitution. Thangmilyan Khipgend was speaking today at his reception upon being re-elected as NPP Manipur State Unit President until 2023. The reception function was held at the party office in Sangaipuro. Speaking on the occasion, he said NPP is a regional party having definite principles incepted from Manipur and has now occupied a berth in the national arena. Thangmilyan said any order of the party should be issued officially as per the party's constitution. He also mentioned that election returning officer had given due election notification for the election of the party president. Minister N. Kaishi, Y. Joykumar, L. Jayantakumar and Letpao Haukip did not attend the function.
When National People's Party Manipur did that initiative, we can't 100% we can't accept. Unofficial the party unofficial the Kushi Pura Torah Chatayaro. Executive member from the executive member the executive nationally executive public origin Pande, other topic is a president a Kushi Pande. Achum around record China, not to go ahead. My ambition Pamoy, I can English Pande, Madame de Equity Family, Pita or Achumba party Amorisha and a Kanjamini, and the Mana assigning you the table the Pama.
Apunba Ireipaki Mahiroi Shingpang Lupt. AIMS has extended support to Manipuri diasporas in Assam who are demanding to enlist Manipuri language as an associate official language of the Assam government. Speaking to media today, AIMS President K.S. Romand said demand for the Manipuri diasporas in Assam is apt. He also recalled that Chief Minister Nongthombam Birane had assured to take up welfare activities for them while addressing the recent World Meitei Convention held in Assam. He appealed to the state government to take necessary measures at the earliest. Manipur University Students' Union (MUSU) has also extended support to the movement of the Manipuri diasporas in Assam for the enlistment of the Manipuri language as an associate official language of the Assam government. Speaking to media today, MUSU President M. Bobby reminded that the Assam government recognized Manipuris settled in Assam as their indigenous inhabitants in 1956 and the Manipuri language is even taught in school in areas inhabited by Manipuris, but since the language has not been enlisted as an associate official language, Manipuri diasporas in Assam cannot write various competitive exams in Manipuri language. He said Musu had even started poster campaign supporting the movement few days ago. Bobby appealed to the state government to look into the matter and take necessary steps at the earliest.
Language as he from Thokpa, right, Sapsana, Pibi Gadavani, loan number Ikai Kunatava, loan number Mutana Mohana Bhavasi, human right, Matpasama in a Kale, Assam the Laiba, Manipuri Shingi, Adumba, Hakase, Masimatamsana, Pibi Nabidama, Assam government, Manipur Langa Amadi, India Langa Kasu, Masi, Puning Chinsinjabaloyana, I wish Masi, Yamtuna, Peshan Binaba, Puning Chinsinjari.
Confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Manipur have reached 5,444, of which 1,608 are active cases and recoveries are 3,812. Manipur reported 2 COVID-19 related deaths today. Coronavirus affected 73-year-old women and another COVID-19 positive 41-year-old woman have passed away at RIMS. They had a comorbid health condition, but this death toll has reached 24. As per State Health Department and COVID-19 Command Control Room press release at 5 p.m. today, in the past 24 hours, 82 people tested positive for COVID-19, out of which 74 persons are from general population and 8 are personnel of a Central Armed Police Force. Infected persons from the general population. 38 are from Imphal West District, 7 from Imphal East District, 10 from Thoubal District, 4 from the Churachandpur District, 2 from the Chandel District, 13 from the Vishnupur District, 1 from the Churachandpur, 2 from the Vishnupur and 1 from the Chandel District are returnees from the other states, and the rest 70 from the general population have no significant travel history. They are being shifted to COVID care facility and necessary measures are underway. In the past 24 hours, 99 people were discharged after recovery. Manipur's recovery rate stands at 70.02%. Health Minister Langpok Lakpam Jayant Kumar handed over 2 new ambulances, 1 each from the Imphal West and Jiribam District and Medical Directorate today. Speaking at the event, Minister Jayant Kumar said the most important priority to tackle the current COVID-19 situation is to boost the healthcare infrastructure of the state. Commotion over setting up blast of St. Joseph's Higher Secondary School in Shugnu by some unknown miscreants last year has finally cooled down. Kuki Students Organization Gunpi Block, students, parents and school authorities have reached an understanding under the guidance of Water Resource and YAS Minister cum local MLA Letpao Haukip. Members of District Council, Sugnu Hill areas, Ngamkolal Baite, President of Kuki Women Human Rights Association Nemne Think Baite, Vice President of Kuki Chief Association Gunpi Block John D. Lungdim. Speaking on the occasion, Minister Letpao Haukip said that the unfortunate incident of April 25, 2019 affected students in the area and brought much discord. He appreciated the Paris Pastoral Council, PPC, Kuki Women's Organization, Kuki Chief Association and Chandel-based civil society organizations for coming to an amicable solution. Minister Letpao said there is no evidence that the school was set on fire by KSO. He added that the school authority has dropped off all charges filed against KSO. The minister hopes that the day will bring peace and development in the area. Minister Letpao Haukip expressed happiness and lauded everyone involved in making the agreement successful.
They are willing to join hands together, to work together for the welfare of the society in the future and for the children who are availing, who got educated at St. Joseph School. So the peoples in the area and the peoples of Manipur are of the apprehension that this may not be rebuilt again, but God has given us a good times to come together here again. Both the parties have agreed to sign the truce. I humbly appeal my words of gratitude to both of them and to look forward for the coming days.
Taking part in the event, the principal of St. Joseph Higher Secondary School, Reverend Father Victor, announced withdrawal of all charges against Cookie Students Organization by the school authority and appealed for resuming normalcy in the academic atmosphere. Paris Pastoral Council Vice President Jacob appreciated Minister Letbao Haukip for his intervention in bringing long-lasting resolutions. Village authority has ostracized man and his family for informing news media that his pet dog has been shot and for uploading the same on Facebook. The ostracized pet owner has appealed to animal lovers, NGOs and the public to help him. It may be mentioned that an elderly man allegedly shot his pet dog with a gun due to unfounded fear that dogs may spread coronavirus. The incident occurred at Lamlonggai, Mantripukhe in Infal East District under Haingak Police Station on the 26th of July. The dog survived with minor injuries near his nose. The dog owner informed Yanning Animal Foundation about the incident. Subsequently, the foundation took follow-up actions. Village authority had outcasted him and his family, claiming that he has maligned the honor and dignity of the village. The village authority has also reportedly threatened the chairperson of Yanning Animal Foundation to delete his Facebook post on the incident.
Animals lover mayam day support pamjay hui dama haina akhoi yum hongdok chari se khungi mi sina phap tabi da bagini akhoi di mi yeng thina se haina tawbasunate animals ki dama achumba puthok se haina tawjabani aduda khungi mi sina akhoi leiba yadrena tanthok pijagre adu madam sapna leisram nasu akhoi mate yam pang bijai madam sapna su yam thagat chari akhoi na animals lover mayam human rights mayam support pamjay.
Farmers of a Sejang area in the Lamlai constituency of Infal East District are in apprehension as their paddy fields have been infested since the last 2 weeks. Advisory of a Sejang Progressive Youth Club Eld Sobashing said Atma and Infal East District Agriculture Officer Sawombung Subdivision had identified the infection as caused by white-black plant hopper and even provided them with insecticides. However, the infection could not be controlled. He appealed to the relevant authorities to take stock of the situation and save their crops.
Masak Kandaba, Laina Amana, Amadi Loinana, Kogi, Wahik Hadiba, Tinna Duga Loinana, Taslepatigi, Sayangi, Akoi with the Ladiba, Lopuri, Lissing of Matak Ase, Laina Sina, Naduna, Laisli, Equigi Lomising a sea, Matangi Sahida, Gari Wagetake Haiba, Mipaina Duna Lere, Manamaduna, Lomising Awabasi Ubiduna, Marie Lainaba, Lainaki, Muising Amadi, Agriculture Department, Muisina. Masi mieng changbiduna treatment to huduna yeng hodragadi mathangi lorokta lomi singasi gi awabase henna wabadu oigadore manamaduna mai leinaba singda appeal tawjari athubatamda yengbire haraga paksenna sandroliba leina asi kanbada mateng pangbiu.
Scuffled among cousins led to the death of one father. Impact News sources said that the incident occurred at Kwakta Terakong Maninglaikai in Vishnupur district around 9 p.m. yesterday. The deceased is 45-year-old Moinam Rahimuddin, son of late Yakub from the same locality. Police has arrested accused 31-year-old Moinam Ithem, brother of the deceased. It has been reported that Rahimuddin and Ithem got into argument when their sons got into brawls. Rahimuddin was reportedly hit by a stick on his head and he succumbed to his injuries on the way to hospital. His body has been handed over to family after post-mortem at the RIMS. Police has registered a case against the incident. Foundation stones have been laid for the constructions of a playground under Corporate Social Responsibility (CSR) at the Kiamgai Haibong Makong and for an indoor stadium at Somtal in Ukhrul. Director of Airport Authority of India, Imphal International Airport Ansari, Imphal International Airport DGM SS Raju and NERECOM Chandal Project Director Lily Rose have attended the event. The developmental activities have been initiated upon the request of the former Secretary of NEC Ram Muiva, IAS to former REC Chairman Dr. PV Ramesh, IAS. Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases. We will be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
Kaziranga University, the #1 career university in the Northeast, offering a wide range of UG and PG courses with up to 100% merit-based scholarship, a state-of-the-art infrastructure, and unbeatable placements. A pioneer in shaping, molding, and delivering excellence, Kaziranga University is the right place to launch your career.
Welcome back. After the break, you are watching Primetime English Bulletin. India's total COVID-19 cases have crossed 31.67 lakh, of which active cases are above 7 lakh 4,000. That toll has reached 58,390, while 24 lakh 4,585 people have recovered. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, India's rate of recovery has improved to nearly 76%. Maharashtra has the highest number of active cases of above 1,68,000. Meanwhile, the Indian Council of Medical Research said that 8,25,000 tests have been conducted during the last 24 hours. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 2 crore 38 lakh people and above 8 lakh 17,000 people have died. Recoveries are above 1 crore 63 lakh 63,000. USA is on top with more than 25 lakh 16,000 active cases, followed by Brazil and India. Currently, there are above 27,700 active cases of COVID-19 in northeast states, including Manipur. Assam's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 92,619, of which over 19,274 are active cases. Arunachal Pradesh confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 3,312. Out of which 880 are active cases. Nagaland's confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 3,714, out of which 1,301 are active cases. Tripura's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 8,920, out of which 2,488 are active cases. There are 492 active cases of COVID-19 in Mizoram, 509 in Sikkim, and over 1,179 active cases in Meghalaya. Old Manipur Huyen Lalong and traditional culture informed that the 10th Jingtam Traditional Cultural Festival will not be held for this year due to the COVID-19 pandemic. People's Task Force for COVID-19 and Indian Red Cross Society, Manipur State branch along with local clubs and Maira Paibi group held awareness program at YVO Hold Palel in Kakching District, Segmaijing, Henguld and Vishnupur, Awanglaikai and Vishnupur district today. Convener of People's Task Force have appealed to formed COVID-19 task force in every localities to raise awareness on COVID-19. The convener has also instructed the task force to help ailing and pregnant women in their respective locality. KSA has demanded the state government to revoke a blacklisting of DM College Teacher Education B.Ed course on the pretext that it does not fill the criteria laid down by National Council of Teachers Education and to appoint a regular principal and other regular teaching faculties without further delay. The Assam appeals to those concerned not to spread misleading news without understanding the Assam's earlier statement regarding appointment of principal of DM College of Teacher Education under rules and regulations of NCTE and UGC. Assam Higher Secondary Education Council has decided to reduce 30% of syllabus for this academic year due to COVID-19 pandemic. Sources said that notification in this regard will be issued soon. The decision was taken in a recent meeting of the Council's Academic Committee. This decision will be implemented for the students of the Class 11 and Class 12 in all arts, commerce and science streamed with criteria conditioned. With certain conditions. The Education Department has set up a task force which will decide on reopening of educational institutes. The Assam government is mulling to resume classes from the 1st of next month, subject to the approval of the centre. Centre has constructed National Council for Transgender Community under Section 16 of Transgender Persons Protection of a Right Act 2019, 40 of 2019. Union Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment will be chairperson and Union Minister of State for Social Justice and Empowerment will be vice chairperson. Other members of the council includes representative of various ministries like Health and Family Welfare, Home Affairs, Housing and Urban Affairs, Minority Affairs, 5 representatives of Transgender Community, representative of National Human Rights Commission India and National Commission for Women, representatives of state government and union territories and experts representing NGOs. Main functions of the National Council are to advise the centre on the formulation of policies, programs, legislation and projects with respect to transgender persons, to monitor and evaluate the impact of politics and programs, to review and coordinate the activities of all the development, to redress the grievances of a transgender person and to perform such other functions as may be prescribed by the central government. The Road Transport and Highway Ministry has decided to extend the validity of the motor vehicle documents till the 31st of December. The ministry had earlier issued advisory on the 30th of March and 9th of June this year regarding extension of validity of the documents related to Motor Vehicles Act and Central Motor Vehicle Rules. It was advised that the validity of the fitness, permit, license, registration or any other concerned documents may be treated to be valid till the 30th of September. The decision was taken after considering the situation due to COVID-19 across the country. Enforcement authorities have been advised to treat such documents valid till 31st of December. This step is likely to help out the citizens in availing transport-related services. Now the news from the world of sports. England is ahead with 210 runs at the end of the 3-test match series against Pakistan on the 4th day. Host England won the toss and chose to bat first at the match held as part of ICC Test Cricket Championship at Roseball Cricket Ground. In their first innings, England scored 583 runs with 8 wickets down, while Pakistan in their first innings scored just 273 runs with 10 wickets down. In this inning, Azhar Ali made 141 runs and Rijwan Mohammed made 53 runs, while England's bowler James Anderson scored 5 wickets. In the follow-on match, Pakistan in their second innings made 100 runs with 2 wickets down. Pakistan will continue their second innings after batting on the 5th day today. England has so far won 1 match in the 3 Test match series. The India cricket team is all set to play against Australia and England after the 13th Indian Premier League IPL of the BCCI. The Indian Premier League will be played at United Arab Emirates from September 19th to November 10th. After the IPL, the Indian team will tour to Australia from December 2020 to January 2021 to play 4 tests of ICC Test Cricket Championship and 3 matches of the one-day international ODI of ICC Cricket World Cup Series. India will also host 5 test match, 3 match of the one-day international and 3 T20 matches against England in February of 2021. Real Madrid fan club Manipur has extended financial help to footballer N. Ramananda, who is undergoing kidney treatment at Jennings Hospital. CR7 fan club, Trolled Football page and other football enthusiasts made the donation under Real Madrid fan club Manipur. It may be mentioned that the donations were collected in a span of 1 week. Well, that's all we have in this bulletin. But before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. Chief Minister Nongthammon Birren appealed to stop stigmatizing and discriminating healthcare workers who are risking their lives to save others amid pandemic. United Committee Manipur asked why to settle Nagafi talks in Manipur when ceasefire agreement was signed in Nagaland. Apunba Irei Paki Maheroi Shingpang Lub and Manipur University Students Union beg Manipuri language movement in Assam. Students' body seek government's attention. Manipur reports 82 fresh cases of COVID-19 in last 24 hours, rising total confirmed cases to 5,444. And India has confirmed COVID-19 cases across the 31.67 lakh mark. Death toll reaches 58,390 and recoveries are 24,04,585. Well, thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri Bulletin, which will be presented by our anchor, Mr. KK. In the meantime, for more news and information, please do not hesitate to follow Impact TV on Facebook,